The referee's role in controlling the ruck and maul situation is a factor that in the modern game has gained importance, especially with the new rules being applied. Here is Andre Watson to discuss this in more detail.
Referees should note that although rucks and mauls are dynamic and basically unstructured phases of the game, the safety aspects are crucial. By the virtue of this unstructured nature, the referee needs to be aware of the potential dangers. Referees need to focus on three main areas. Firstly, in the formation of a ruck or maul, the referee needs to note how players enter the ruck or maul. Players need to enter from behind or alongside their hindmost players. Players may not jump or fall onto opposing players on the ground. Referees should be aware of players caught up on the wrong side of the ruck or maul being formed and give them protection. Players are not allowed to lift the legs of or tackle opponents in the ruck or maul. Once the ruck or maul has been formed, the referee has to observe how other players join the ruck or maul. Players should join by binding onto a teammate and not charging in without the use of the arms. It has become common for players to enter these phases with the shoulder, and this should be penalized. Guys, when it comes to safety, the RB has just issued a new directive about joining rucks, tackles and mauls by coming in there safely. You all know that before today you want to get in there at the breakdown and do a clean out by hitting people with your shoulders, even diving in. That's out. We're joining the breakdown and the subsequent mauls by joining onto a teammate, and if an opposition player is in the way, you have to use your arms in binding and blowing him out or driving him off the ball. No more sharp shoulders, no more diving in there. It's unsafe. Players should not step on or trample players on the ground in the ruck. Lastly, the referee needs to be wary when rucks and mauls go to ground. It is important to determine if the ruck or maul went to ground legally or not. Referees should be aware of players caught up on the wrong side of the ruck or maul and manage the situation.
Any player in a potentially dangerous position requires the referee to stop play immediately. Once the ruck or maul has gone to ground, the ball should be made available immediately, and if not played, should be stopped. A delayed whistle could lead to injury.